Ooh, tomorrow's our last show before we shut it down for Christmas and New Year's. You think you're going to have a good 2015? Our next guest is about to subdivide. Nicole Kernohan's with us from Nutrition House. Okay, everybody wants to know, how's mom-to-be feeling?
Doing quite well. Yeah, I'm right in just at the end of the second trimester, so no more nausea, full of energy, not too uncomfortably large yet.
And the due date is?
March 26th.
Okay, because that's the fun thing I notice is you're kind of doing these. When you get to those, that's when you know when you're kind of checking out the the addition over the top.
Everything is imbalanced.
So today, it's the holidays. It's Christmas. It's New Year's. I'm eating. I'm partying. Now I'm full of it.
Yes.
You have the solutions.
Yeah, I wanted to just cover some of the common physical symptoms people deal with around this time of year: digestion issues, gas, bloating, constipation. We talk about it probably every day. Actually, we talk about it all year round at the store.
Let's get to the why. Is it because I'm, yay or nay, I'm taking in foods I don't normally eat?
At this time of year, it increases substantially, typically due to stress, physical stress, emotional stress, as well as foods that you don't take in normally and food quantities that you don't take in normally.
That was my next question. If I'm shoveling in a little bit more in the grocery department than I usually am, I'm going to have the bloating and the this and the that. Okay. Now, it's fun having this discussion and trying to do it in a genteel sort of way. When I take in a volume that's too big, I can now kind of clog up the system and my body's not moving the produce out as well as it normally does. Can I do something before I eat?
Yes, so we generally recommend like digestive enzymes is a good thing to do before. Again, when it's all year round, there's a whole other issue with potentially food sensitivities or other irritants causing it for any reason. But at this time of year, for any larger meals or basically any time, you just take a digestive enzyme. These actually have all the enzymes to break down protein, carbs, and fats. So it's
Nicole, does that rev up like bile ducts and things like that? Does it what does that do?
It does. It helps. Your body produces these enzymes naturally, but you often don't produce enough, particularly if your gut has been worn down, if there's been a lot of irritation over the years, over time. A lot of things just you don't produce nearly as much or as much as you need to be able to actually break down the foods into smaller molecules so that your body can actually absorb or eliminate. So
let's do our caveat. This doesn't mean I take this before the party, I can eat 3 times as much and everything will be fine. No,
absolutely not. No matter what you take before, if you're eating extremely large quantities or foods that your body doesn't agree with, it's going to cause some form of irritation, but this will significantly help to break down those foods for you.
Do some people just not produce as many enzymes as other people?
Generally, yes, but it's usually because of food irritants or lifestyle factors that have built it up to produce less over time.
Okay, so if I've been living this, potato chip Pepsi lifestyle for a while, how long does this kind of take to hit the brakes and kind of reverse it and get me back flowing?
Well, ideally the food dietary changes would be implemented, so removing all those or reducing, but you can take those. You notice most people notice it very, very quickly, like fairly immediately, because it's helping with that meal right away. You take it right before the meal you're about to eat, but you can take them 3 times a day for all meals for an extended period of time as needed to kind of help to rebuild that gut system. There's a lot of other things we would talk about at the store as well, but that's one big one.
Will this help me with energy?
Well, hopefully, because it's allowing your body to break down those foods, digest, absorb, or eliminate a little bit better. So it'll hopefully more likely reduce the as much fatigue from a larger meal if that's at this time of year, if that's what's
when you talk about fatigue and getting tired and things like that, I guess we all have to know our own systems. One of the things I notice with weird hours, if I eat late at night, sleeping's messed up.
Yes.
Because my body gets a little bit of fuel and then starts revving up at 2 in the morning.
Absolutely. There's 2 things. Yeah, it's usually that provides your body energy, to your point. Also, your body is now using what energy it had to digest the foods. So you've got all these procedures happening inside your body, and your body's not focused on rest and relaxation while it's trying to digest and break down.
We're going to go to break. We're going to come back. What are we going to be talking about when we get back?
I'd like to talk a little bit about heartburn and constipation.
Okay, why we don't like it with Nicole Kernohan. That's next. Thanks for joining us. We're going to get you through Christmas and New Year's, only on Rogers, right here. We are Inside Brant. We all got my tap shoes on here with Nicole Kernohan of Nutrition House because we're talking about your bodily functions. And before we go any farther, you have people on staff Nutrition House. You can talk about this in a less edited way.
Sorry?
You can talk in a less edited way.
Oh, yes.
You can have discussion that we exactly can't have on television, and you can do that anytime, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And almost all of our staff are nutritionists, and we do have the naturopathic doctor as well who works in the back. But we do talk a lot about very detailed health or gastrointestinal concerns and issues.
Constipation.
Yes,
we're there.
Constipation is very common at this time of year because, like we talked about, your body is not processing and breaking down those larger quantities of the foods that you don't normally eat. So one of the best products that we recommend is actually called Cleanse More. I'm not sure if you can see it there on the screen.
Really?
But yes, so constipation can happen for quite a variety of reasons.
Right.
But lubrication is one, so like having some like oils and eating that in your diet, hydration, getting enough water, getting enough fiber, of course. You also need the balance of both types of fiber and peristalsis, which kind of helps your body to push through.
Now you got
product does have a variety of ingredients to help with that.
Yeah, lots of great products you're talking about here, but let's talk about the big, you just said water. People are going to imbibe, they're going to have some alcohol.
Yes.
Water becomes important, I guess.
Even more critical because that will allow your body to prevent some of the gastrointestinal issues or reduce, as well as just to rehydrate your cells and detoxify.
And for those of us that hibernate in the cold, water, I guess, becomes more important if we're spending more time indoors. Yeah,
you can also do water, like warm water with lemon as well to help even further with gentle detoxification.
What's the colored liquid?
So the apple cider vinegar is actually to prevent, in probably 9 out of 10 cases, to prevent acid reflux, which sounds a bit counterintuitive, but acid reflux often is not having enough stomach acid in the system. So if you actually take this before the meal, like maybe a tablespoon or so before the meal, you can test it out for yourself to see how your body reacts, but that will really help to improve the stomach acidity so that you're able to break down foods a bit better.
Okay, other little hints you got for us?
Yeah, well, we have the betaine HCI is just hydrochloric acid. It's just apple cider vinegar in a capsule form.
Hydrochloric acid.
Yes, it sounds very aggressive.
Yeah.
But it's actually what helps.
Why isn't it burning a hole in my stomach?
It's what your stomach is very acidic, and it needs to be very acidic to be able to prevent acid reflux from coming back up. So that's just an alternative to the liquid.
You always bring greens.
Yes, greens are also very alkalizing and energizing and everything and all good things that your body needs at this time of year. It can really help you just function a lot more optimally and keep that energy up and everything.
So what's with the coconut?
So I just wanted to bring a sweet little snack. These are just they're new coconut chips. It's just 3 ingredients: coconut palm sugar, which is low glycemic, low blood sugar, and then a little bit of sea salt. So it's a nice snack that tastes good. You can bring it to parties. You can eat it on your own. It tastes a little sweet, a little salty, but it's really easy to digest and break down. So to hopefully avoid some of the need for some of the other issues.
How much can I have?
Well, depends on what else you're eating in your day.
Do you know why I asked? Is because I always remember one of those diet programs. I won't give them a free plug. I actually did a broadcast from one of their locations one time, and they had these really great tasting snacks. You're allowed to have 4 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, and to me, that was, that was like a garden hose on a forest fire. It wasn't going to go. So these are coconut chips.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. I mean, they're completely healthy. The coconut is a fat, so it's a type of fat. It's a medium chain fat, so it's a good fat. It's the kind of fat that your body can use for energy. But even still, you'd want to use it in moderation. You wouldn't want to eat the whole entire bag in one sitting. But
I can just keep eating these.
But probably a third of the bag or so is.
Before I let you go, there's was information yesterday. I had a weight loss pill is really close. Something that'll convert bad fat into good fat. I'm guessing you're a skeptic.
I'm not sure the exact product that you're referring to.
Yeah.
But there are definitely some weight loss aids that exist that have some good scientific research and backing that can help people. But I would definitely want to know exactly what the ingredients are and what research was done. And it has to be supported with lifestyle. Healthy diet and exercise to really have
So at Nutrition House, you're not going to be just selling something here, take a pill and we'll get you skinny again. So okay.
No, definitely would like to support with the program. We do have a nutrition guide as well.
Have a fabulous Christmas, great 2015.
Thank you.
Have a fabulous Christmas, great 2015. This is Uncle Ted. Okay. This could be your name in the future. Thanks for coming in today. And thanks to all our guests and thanks to you for doing it.